My check. 1 2 1 2. Hey, it was great to be with you guys today in class. I am making a video to help you install not MySQL, Sakila into your database. This is what our database looks like. Please pay close attention. I will likely address some of the common pitfalls. For example, some of you might be on this view, and so you're like, well, where are my tables? And so anytime you're in here, just click on schemas. Schemas is like the skeleton, the structure of our database. So if you're over here and you're like, what the heck is going on? Click over here. That's our first troubleshooting step. Okay, I'm going to close all my stuff. I'm going to get out so it's like I am as you are. Actually, I'm going to go back in. I'm going to delete my Sakila drop schema drop now. Schema does not exist. That's super cool. Okay, drop schema. Drop now. All right, so it's gone. Don't worry about that other error. Totally unrelated to our class. Okay, so if I go back to our course, let us go back to our course. And if I click here and I click, so this is where, I'm assuming you have installed MySQL and you did that test earlier where you made sure your server was running. I am running my own server right now here, but you can run your server any way you want in terms of how you configure it. We went over the basic configuration in class today. If you are still confused about installing MySQL, that is okay. Go to chat or Google, just installing MySQL Workbench and MySQL Server. Chat will walk you through the steps. It should be pretty straightforward. I think if you remember, if you were paying attention in class, for those who don't have it installed, I really didn't do much other than select those items, Workbench and Server, and then type in my password. That was pretty much the only work we really did. So, but let's get Sakila in your database. So, by the way, ooh, I have a video on this too. Look at that. So this video, I guess if you're like, I'm really struggling installing MySQL Workbench and Server, this video for Windows users will go over that. Apple users, it'll be very similar. Okay, but now this link will take us to Sakila. Sakila is a test database. We're going to do both though, Sakila and World Database. If I'm moving too fast, please pause and follow along. So I'm going to click zip and I'm going to open that guy and I'm going to copy this to my somewhere. In this case, I'm unzipping it to my downloads. So there it is. Now it's unzipped. That has a zipper on it. That has no zipper. So now if I go over here, look at this button, open a SQL script. And guess what? If you go to downloads, you can bet your dollar buckaroos you're going to see that unzipped file. And there's two SQL files, the schema, which is the skeleton or structure, and the actual data that will go in the skeleton or structure. Let us create the structure first. There's a bunch of create table statements with instructions on what those tables should look like. I select everything using Control A or Command A on an Apple, and I click the lightning bolt. I think. Oh, wait, crap. Do I need to... I might need to change mine. Don't do this. Block out your eyes. I need to... Don't worry. You do not do this step. But I'm going to do this step because of shenanigans that ensued many moons ago and I haven't fixed. Okay, pretend that says Sakila for you. So you're going to go, boom. Look at all these green... I don't know why that one errored. But look at all that delicious green. Yummy green. Green is good. Green means it worked. So if I refresh this, so click refresh here. You won't see it until you hit refresh. You should see, it says, I think we created a new thing called Sakila New. There it is. So you should see a Sakila. I see Sakila New. And if I click on this drop down and I click on tables, there's a bunch of tables. So that's how you do it. Pretty straightforward, right? Now watch this. If I right click on actor and I say select rows, there's nothing in the table because we didn't put the data in the table. Whatever shall we do? Well, we're going to now get the data in. So go back to your open a SQL script, and this time click on the data, Select it all. You can see these SQL statements. Hey, we're inserting into the table these values, blah, blah, blah. So we're just going to select everything, which is a lot of stuff, many thousand rows, and it's going to put it all in there, I think. It should. So if we go to category, yes, it didn't work. That's my fave. Probably because mine's called sakila new, by the way. Use sakila new. Let's try that. Let's try that one more time. There we go. Again, my sakila new thing, ignore that. Don't worry about that. So if I go here, there's data in my category table. If I go to store, there's data in my store table. There's data in my payment table. So now you are ready to roll. You are like a righteous Autobot. You're going to transform and roll out now. Now you can do the homework. So while I have you, let's do the first step of the homework. Let's just do one. So if I go back to the course and it says, so you should have already watched this. So pause the video. But let's assume you've watched the video. You're like, I'm ready to learn. So let's go to the assignment and see what it says. Download the SQL file, open it. So I'm going to download the file just like it says. And then I'm going to do what it said. It says open it in my workbench. So I'm going to open that in my workbench. Ooh, and it's already formatted for me. We're using sakila, or in my case, sakila new. And here we go. I will do the first one with you. It says select the first and last names from the actor table where actor ID is between 20 and 60. So all you would have to do for your homework is you would say select first name, last name from actor where actor ID is between 20 and 60. You could also say where actor ID greater than equal to 20 and actor ID less than or equal to 60. But I prefer the between. Okay, and then we'll end it with a semicolon so we don't throw that error down there. And that is done. You're done with number one. Now, again, you might be saying, well, what does this syntax mean? We'll watch the video and we'll review that in class. But in terms of what your homework should look like, that's what it should look like. And then we'll do it again down here. You would write your query down here. And then when you're done, okay, let's assume I'm done. I've done all of my homework. So now I just save this file we just created, and I'll save it as homework 1 buckwheat, because that's my name, McGee, something like that. Okay, and I will submit that to the homework. Okay, so I do each of the problems, then I submit it. May the Lord smile upon your SQL efforts, and I will see you in class on Wednesday.